A day on the focus with Anne. Happy December 1st, everyone. It's a Sunday, perfect for cozying up and diving into a little history. Let's see what exciting, or slightly bizarre, things happened on this date throughout the ages. Buckle up, history buffs. Way back in 800 AD, Charlemagne was busy judging Pope Leo III. Talk about a power lunch. Fast forward to 1420, and Henry V of England struts into Paris with his father-in-law, King Charles VI of France. Picture the awkward family dinner conversations that must have spawned. Then, in 1640, Portugal finally breaks free from Spain's grip after a 59-year union. Talk about a long-term relationship gone sour. And speaking of long relationships, 1662 saw John Evelyn ice skating in St. James's Park, London, with Charles II and Queen Catherine watching. I bet that was a royal pain in the well, you get the idea. Jumping ahead to 1824, the U.S. presidential election went to the House of Representatives. Can you imagine? No clear winner, a real nail-biter. And 1862 brings us Abraham Lincoln's second State of the Union address, doubling down on ending slavery. Serious stuff. Things get a bit more quirky in 1878, when President Hayes gets the first telephone installed in the White House. Ring. Imagine explaining caller ID to him. Then, 1913 sees the opening of the Buenos Aires Metro, South America's first underground railway. A massive win for commuting in the Southern Hemisphere. 1918 was a busy year. Iceland declares independence, while the kingdom of Serbs, Croats, and Slovenes is formed. That name alone needs a drink. And in 1934, the assassination of Sergei Kirov sparks Stalin's Great Purge. A grim but very significant historical turning point. Let's lighten things up a bit, at the bit. 1955 brings Rosa Parks and her legendary bus seat refusal. A courageous moment. Meanwhile, 1969 delivered the first post-World War II draft lottery in the U.S. Oh, the suspense. And 1988 gives us World AIDS Day. A day to remember, reflect, and raise awareness. Finally, we end our journey on December 1st with the 1991 Ukrainian referendum for independence from the Soviet Union. A truly monumental day. Now, for a little fiction inspired by today's historical tidbits. Imagine Charlemagne, frustrated after his papal judgment, accidentally stepping onto a time-traveling ice rink, courtesy of John Evelyn, who clearly had a side hustle. He finds himself in 1955 Montgomery, Alabama, right before Rosa Parks' famous act. He's completely baffled by the segregated bus, the modern attire, and even more confused by the concept of a telephone. Rosa Parks, however, sees an opportunity. Sinton. She explains the situation to the bewildered emperor, who, shocked by the blatant injustice, uses his remaining imperial authority to command the bus driver to let everyone sit wherever they please. Of course, this all unfolds with a healthy dose of historical anachronisms and humor. Then, just as the bus driver, a bewildered blend of confusion and fear, starts following orders, Charlemagne vanishes in a puff of historical smoke, leaving Rosa Parks to finish what she'd begun, and forever changing history. Again, that's all for today's A Day on the Focus. Tune in tomorrow for another fascinating journey through time.